Hello, cherry lovers. As you guys all know, that we've had a disaster up on the farm, and our high tunnels have collapsed because of too much snow. But there's been a lot of people ask me, am I going to quit the farm? Am I going to not do YouTube anymore? Am I not doing, And the answer is no. I'm going to continue to rebuild the farm. We are still waiting on the insurance companies to find out what's going on there. If the insurance companies don't cover it, then we're going to rebuild. My son and I and Joyce are going up this weekend coming up, and we're going to start tearing things down, get the snow off, find out how many trees are salvageable, and just kind of move forward and get things started the way it needs to be. There's a lot of things that, like I said, first of all, we've got to take all the poly off, get all the snow off, take all the broken pieces and mangled up pieces that we can't salvage and get them out of there. We've seen a lot of things where we can salvage a lot of the material on the high tunnels and maybe get one high tunnel out of the two and out of the pieces, and then if the insurance company comes through, we will buy the material to get the second one all replaced and go from there. But yeah, there's a lot of things that we got to take a lot of precautions because there's a lot of weight, there's a lot of snow sitting there. Like I said, there's mangled up metal, and I don't want nothing to fall on us, so it's going to take us a lot of time. Yes, we're going to film it all. I mean, I'm going to bring it to you guys and see everything that's going on and let you guys know what the insurance companies say and just try to, we're moving forward. It is a setback. It's a very big disappointing because the trees were ready. We were going to get the new heaters and put them in, and we were going forward, and we would have had, I know 100%, we would have had cherries this year. But that's not the case. So will we have cherries? Yeah, we're probably going to have a few, I'm hoping. I mean, the trees down on the sides of the high tunnel, they still look good. The one down the middle, once we get it cleaned off, we're gonna assess the damage in there to see what the trees have done down the middle. I'm hoping that we can save a few of them. I'm not really sure. And so anyways, we're gonna be doing that. And yes, we are still gonna be Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm, and we're gonna move forward. And we are going to rebuild, and yes, on this farm we've had a lot of setbacks, but doesn't mean I'm giving up. We're not giving up, and we're moving forward. So one other thing, I've also contacted the NRCS or the USDA and asked them if I am eligible to apply for another high tunnel. They told me absolutely. The deadline is February 9th, so I've applied for that. So if the insurance companies don't come through, we'll be able to repair one high tunnel, and hopefully we'll get another new high tunnel. And people will probably ask, are you guys going to reinforce it this time? We're going to change the style of our high tunnels. Me and my son have talked it all over, and we're going to try and reinforce these high tunnels. We might end up with, instead of putting plastic on there or the high tunnel plastic, we're going to go with a thick rib plastic like you would put on a pole barn. It's thick. We'll build it just like we're putting a tin roof on, and then put all clear plastic across the top, and then that will let the light in. I can eliminate having to use my Q-tip to try and get the snow off, and it'll carry a heavy snow load, and I won't have to worry about that anymore. So we are in the process of right now trying to figure out what we're gonna do come whenever the snow comes. We get done with the snow. So Right now, talked to my brother. He lives down the road up there, and he told me that we still have probably 15 inches of snow up there. They say we're going to be getting a warm up. So yes, will we be able to clean some of it off this weekend? Yes, we're hoping that this weekend, when my son and Joyce go up there, we can clean off, or at least get the first one cleaned off, and then I'm going to keep coming up there and staying up there basically and cleaning off the other one. And hopefully within a couple weeks we can have all that cleaned off, assess the damage, see what how would I say it, tubing that we have we can use, what we can't. So far I see on the high tunnel that the walls are looking good. 3/4 of them, when you go up to the curve and it starts to go up to the roof, there's that curve right there, those are still intact. So yes, it's going to be very expensive, and like I said, hopefully the insurance comes through. They're saying they're going to let us know this weekend whether or not it's covered. So if you guys would say a prayer that the insurance come through, and then we can work, and hopefully we'll get the approval on a new high tunnel, and then we can start moving forward for the spring. And hopefully by spring, I'm hoping to try and get that first high tunnel up and get things going. And hopefully we have the high tunnel enclosed so that we'll get for sure some cherries. The other things on our agenda for this year is still we've got to pull the point for the well and replace the well point, and then put the point back down. My son is working on moisture meters that work electronically to tell the new timers that I got for watering when to turn on, when to turn off, and then we won't be supposedly using too much water. It'll be telling us when we need water, the moisture meters will, and then when they need water, they turn on, and when they don't, they tell them to shut off, and then we are kind of like conserving energy, or conserving resources, which is the water. We're trying to, on this farm, we're trying to use every resource we can, all right? Yes, down the road someday, we're also looking into trying to be self-sufficient on solar, so that the farm itself is strictly on solar. Yes, we do want a solar farm out back, so that everything runs off of solar. The wells will run off the solar. Everything that is on the farm runs on solar. Am I trying to be off grid? If you want to call us solar and being energy efficient, like for water and all that kind of stuff, yeah, you could call it off grid. Are we gonna turn ourselves off from the power grid? No, we're not. We're just trying to work ourselves as energy efficient as we can. We're trying to utilize every resource that we can for this farm and grow bigger. All right. You see that I'm not excited. It's going to be a lot of work, and this has been my dream all my life, to get this farm going, and my son is working with me. I should say my family is behind me. My wife is behind me. We're going to keep pushing forward. Was this a major setback? Oh, you ain't kidding. It was heartbreaking. It really was. To walk out there and see the snow just collapse that. I mean, there was no way possible that I was going to be able to keep up with the way it was snowing and how heavy that snow was. When I went out and decided I better get some of that snow off, it was too late. That's how hard it snowed that night up there. And they did tell us we were supposed to be getting, up to 20 inches of snow. And I was prepared, because the day before we cleared off 4 inches off the high tunnels, and everything was all nice and clear. There was no snow on it, and I was ready. I even put the Q-tip in the high tunnel so that I would just have to walk out and get started. So yeah, it's been a setback, and we're trying to look at all our options, and we're trying to figure out what's the best way so that when we get started, we will be able to build these high tunnels strong enough to withstand whatever snow load that comes along from here on in. Because to be honest with you, for the last 6 years that we've been cleaning off the high tunnels, there have been a couple times that I thought they were going to collapse, and they didn't, and because of the snow load. And if I had to do it all over again, there would be a lot of different, these high tunnels would be different, and I would have purchased different ones. These are good high tunnels. They work for 6 years, great, but they're not gonna, they're not gonna withstand a snow load that we just encountered, and I don't ever want that to happen again. So we're gonna find a way that we're gonna go above and beyond, so we never have to worry about a snow load or a weather event, except for maybe a tornado, and we rarely get them up there. So anyways, I thought I'd stop by and tell you guys what we're gonna do. Like I said, there's a lot of things in the makings. We got a lot of things that we still got to do. I want to put another well down out back. We're working on trying to get some strawberries and some blueberries out back. We're also working on clearing some more land behind the house and continuing to expand. So we got a lot of things on our plate this year. And are we going away? No, we're not. I'm not quitting. I'm never giving up on the farm. The only way I'm going to give up on the farm is when they dig a hole 6 feet and put me in it. So yes, we got a lot of work ahead of us. But all of you guys are going to get to see all that we're going to do. And we're going to continue on here at Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm, because that's what we do. And I enjoy it. Yeah, I didn't anticipate all this. Yeah, not at all. So if you guys like the video, hit a thumbs up. It does not cost you anything. And we love you guys here at Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm. We love your comments. There's a lot of you that have given us comments and about what we need to do on the farm with these high tunnels, and we're taking all of them into consideration. There's a lot of nice comments. I appreciate you guys. So hit the thumbs up, like and subscribe, and probably the next video you see will be up there on the farm, trying to clear things off and trying to get things going. And Joyce said she's got a couple of cooking videos she's gonna drop in here, and we're gonna keep moving forward. So we're not going anywhere here on Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm. We love you guys. You guys take it easy, and we'll see you up on the farm and getting started redoing things. Talk to you guys later. Bye now.